everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into a truly timeless story, one that's all about kindness, a boat that's, well, huge, and a beautiful promise that literally colors our sky. So let's get started on the incredible journey of Noah's Ark. I mean, who wouldn't, right? It's such a wonderful story about what happens when just one person decides to do the right thing, even when it's super hard. We're going to see how a single act of kindness can literally change the entire world. You know, every great story has a hero, and to meet ours, we've got to go way, way back to a time when the world really needed someone special. And that someone was a man named Noah. So the story goes that a long time ago, the world just wasn't a very happy place. People weren't really being kind to each other, and you could just feel that things had gone wrong. But right in the middle of all that trouble, there was this one person who was totally different. His name was Noah. He chose to be kind when others weren't, and he was someone who actually took the time to listen to God's voice. And right here, this is the moment where everything changes. God gave Noah a very specific and, a very big job to do. He was told to build an ark, and it was described as the wise, right choice. And what did Noah do? He got right to work. And he didn't just build any old boat. He built an ark, this massive, massive vessel designed to be big and strong enough to handle anything. So this giant ark was finally built. But who was it for? Well, it wasn't just for Noah. The ark was about to get some very special and very lively passengers. And they all arrived in this really special way, not one by one, but two by two. For every single kind of animal, a male and a female came to the ark. Now, can you even imagine what a sight that must have been? You've got elephants and zebras, tigers and giraffes, and you can just picture the monkeys and the lions, all of them marching along and getting onto that ark, two by two. Of course, it wasn't just for the animals. God also told Noah to bring his whole family onto the ark with him. So they all got on board. And, well, not a moment too soon, because the skies were about to change. Okay, so with everyone safely inside and the doors shut tight, the next chapter of this incredible story begins. This is the part with the great storm. And just like that, it began. The first few drops of what would turn into a flood that would cover the entire world. And listen, it didn't just rain for an afternoon. No way. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights without stopping. Just think about that for a second. Over a month of nonstop pouring rain. And this really shows us exactly why that ark was so important. Outside, you had this crazy storm raging with wind and waves. But inside, because Noah had made that wise choice to listen, his family and all the animals were kept perfectly safe and sound. But, every storm has to end eventually. And after all that rain, the story moves from the dark flood to this amazing moment of bright hope and a beautiful promise. And then, finally, the rain stopped pouring. The clouds parted, and the sun came out again, just shining down on a brand new world. And that's when something absolutely incredible appeared in the sky. A rainbow. And in this story, the rainbow is so much more than just a pretty sight. It's a symbol, a sign of a really, really important promise. And this was the promise, a promise from God to love and protect all living things forever. The rainbow would be this constant, beautiful reminder of that powerful, eternal commitment. What an amazing story, right? So what does it all teach us? The story of Noah is about way more than just a big boat. It reminds us of some really important things. The lessons here are pretty simple, but they're so, so important. The story reminds us to be good and true, just like Noah. It teaches us to really listen, to show kindness and love, and to just be helpful to everyone around us. And that, right there, is the true heart of this story. It isn't just about a flood. It's about how one person's kindness can make the world feel like a safer, more loving place. So let me leave you with this thought. How can you, in your own little way, build a little ark of kindness today?